Hi and welcome to ARCORE Germany to another review on my YouTube channel. And today I have again a very old Ténarèze Armagnac for you from Marcillac from the year 1964, so about 55 years old. Enjoy this review. Before we start with our review and also with our tasting, just a little notice here from my side. If you don't have a subscription of my YouTube channel so far, please subscribe it and you won't miss any new videos and reviews in the future. And of course, if you like this review, if you say, yeah, you're making great reviews, then please leave a thumb up for this review. And this helps me a little bit here to get some feedback from you. And before we start now with the review, I would like to give you some pre-information about the brand Marcillac. So this brand has actually not a really long story. It was founded years ago from Caliste de Marcillac together with his uncle Robert, and the Domaine is actually a big estate, and it used to be an abbey about 800 years ago when it was built, and they started already in 1730 there with the wine production, and they have around 40 hectares of vineyards, and 2 hectares of the 40 hectares are used for the Armagnac and Floc de Gascogne production. They have the Uni Blanc grapes which they use, and the other 38 hectares are sold to a local cooperative, and they also have some plum trees there, about 7 hectares. They also have an église at their estate, and the funny thing about that is that they mature their Armagnac inside this église. They have their warehouse, and they use for the distillation a mobile distiller, and they don't distill every year. It depends on the harvest, so the climate and also the weather conditions. If they were good and they have a harvest, then they can produce some Armagnac. Otherwise, unfortunately, they cannot. And these were now the information to Marcillac, and now we want to start with the review. And of course, I also have you at this time a picture here from our today's bottle, how it looks like. And it's in my opinion, a beautiful decanter bottling. Looks very high quality. And yes, I'm a big fan of this bottle design. And we come now to the further facts and number of this Armagnac. Here, so we have an Armagnac from Marcillac, vintage 1964. So this Armagnac is about 55 years old. It's from the Ténarèze. And here we have the grape variety Baco, which they used at this time for the distillation. We have an ABV of 42%. It's a cask strength. 70 centiliter is the bottle size. We have in total 500 bottles available. There were no additives used. And the bottle price depends a little bit on the packaging which you want for this bottle. So the price is something between 330 and 360 euro. And this bottle is available at cognacexpert.com. from which I also received this sample today. Here, thank you very much, Cognac Expert, for providing me with this sample. And we start now with the tasting. So the Armagnac is ready for the tasting. And we will, of course, have first a look to the color. And the Armagnac has a wonderful dark brown color with a little bit some red influence. And for me, it would be the typical mahogany color. And yeah, then we want to have a look to the nose first. Beautiful nose. Wonderful, lovely nose. Elegant nose, full nose, complex nose. Wow. So definitely dried plums. Definitely walnut. A little bit of some rancio in the background. A little bit of some maple syrup. And there's a little fresh grassy style for me inside here. Not extreme grassy, but just a little bit in the background, some grassy notes. And also for me, some beautiful lemon balm. What a beautiful and outstanding nose. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, and it's a long time ago already that I had such a beautiful nose at an Armagnac. I think the last time when I had such a fantastic nose was the CAI 72. And also 75 was a very good nose, these two vintages. And this is, so nose-wise, on a similar level like these two. Beautiful. And now I'm just honest, this is an Armagnac I could spend the whole evening with. Just place it here on the table, read a book, watch an interesting movie, and just smell from time to time again. This nose gives you so much because of its complexity. Wonderful. No bitterness, nothing from the bitterness here. I mean, we have an Armagnac already some years old, so, but I don't know how they did it, but it's perfectly balanced. Beautiful. Yes, and now we want, of course, taste this wonderful Armagnac. It will be interesting to see now if we can have here some similar aromas, if this Armagnac can hold this high level which it has. In my opinion, there's no better nose you can get from an Armagnac. This is, for me, perfection. To be honest, the nose is absolutely perfection for me. Beautiful. Okay, let's try it. Santé. Beautiful, even the palate. And yeah. Wow. I'm blown away. Beautiful. Absolutely masterpiece you get here. Palate-wise, plums. Again, not the dried plums, but sweet, fresh plums, juicy plums. Now a little bit of some tobacco. A little bit of some caramel, a little bit again from this maple syrup, and now on the palate I had a herbal influence, and this was so good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm actually a big fan from herbal notes in a spirit, and if they are like that. So in my opinion, this pushes the Armagnac a little bit, this herbal influence, and fits perfect to this Armagnac. Beautiful, and this herbal influence stays also here in the finish. Wonderful again. It's a little bit more spicy now, the finish, with some pepper, and also a little bit some sweetness here with some raisins, and then it gets a little bit bitter, but perfectly bitter. Of course, I expect also after this long time a little bit of some bitterness from the cask, but perfectly, as I mentioned, perfectly integrated. It's such a multifaceted Armagnac, and yeah, then left some espresso with some beautiful dried grapefruit. Wonderful. Long finish, still here the Armagnac around in your mouth. Perfect. Yeah. So this Armagnac which is left here, I will enjoy it definitely later. Enjoy it for 1 or 2 hours. And this is for what I make here these reviews. Of course, sometimes we also see here not so good spirits, but this is my big passion to try such fantastic spirits, such a fantastic Armagnac together here with you. And believe me, I don't earn here anything. This is just my passion, and I love making videos, I love making tastings with Armagnac, with cognac, with other spirits. This is a big passion from my side here. And yeah, of course, if I can recommend you here something, this makes me happy that you maybe, or it helps you a little bit maybe in your decision if you would like to purchase or think about purchasing this spirit. And here, in my opinion, 100% recommendation. You get here for this age, because yeah, sometimes I'm also struggling a little bit with older Armagnac or even cognac, because they have sometimes a little bit more bitterness inside, more tannins inside, and then it's sometimes on the limit for me. But here, so for this age, beautiful. Even nose-wise, if I would taste it blind or smell it blind, I would say this Armagnac is younger, to be honest. But taste-wise, it shows you all the flavors which you expect from a very old, matured Armagnac. And in my opinion, this is a perfect old, matured Armagnac. Not a lot of bitterness, not a lot of tannins, even no tannins for me. A little bit of bitterness in the finish, yes, but this should be at an Armagnac with this age, in my opinion. And yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I am blown away from this Armagnac. Yeah, it's for me on a similar level like the CRE 72, 75. These were also fantastic Armagnac. And the CRE 72 is maybe just a little bit in front, but really nuances here. And because of that, this Armagnac receives from my side 96 outstanding, phenomenal and great points. You have to look a very long time if you want to find a spirit with this age, with this quality, with this complexity, for a price around 300 euro. In my opinion, it's of course a lot of money, but believe me, if you purchase yourself a bottle, you won't regret it. Definitely not if you are an Armagnac fan. For this price, and this is maybe special at Armagnac. Of course, at cognac you can also find spirits with beautiful quality for absolutely fair prices, no question. But Armagnac is still a little bit under the cognac prices in average, and therefore, yeah, if you have the chance, if you can purchase yourself a bottle, then do it. It's definitely worth it, believe me. Yeah. What else to say? If you purchase yourself a bottle, then let me know in the comments, what do you think about this Armagnac? Are you also blown away? What do you think about the nose? Yeah, we also have these flavors, the aromas like I had, or different aromas. Did you enjoyed it as much as I did? I also know that there are some different vintages from Marcillac available, 70 and 90 vintage. I have to look if I can organize samples from this vintage and also present them here for you. If I can organize them, I will definitely make the reviews for these vintages as well. And yeah, will be interesting to see. Of course, they have different flavors, different aromas, different profiles, definitely, but I cannot imagine that this Armagnac cannot fulfill here a little bit my expectations which I have now for this Armagnac. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful and great time, maybe together with this Armagnac. Bye bye.